Hey guys, this is Pedro Beneses with the Monarch Group of Douglas Realty. We're here in Wheaton at Los Chorros, and we're getting ready to interview Omar Lazo, the owner of the establishment. Come on in and check him out. All right, well, thanks again for having us here at Los Chorros, right?
Thank you for being here.
Yeah, man. So tell me a little bit about your restaurant and how long you've been here.
We've been here 30 years this year. So we started in winter of 1989. So we've been here, I think January was actually when we started. It was a tough time to open up a restaurant anyways. It's usually a slower time of the year for this business. But it was something that, they wanted to bring out to this community. In Silver Spring, there really wasn't much. We were one of the first Latino restaurants or, a Salvadoran restaurants in this whole area, Montgomery County, I think.
Right.
So it was something where it was a leap of faith, but I think everything kind of lined up. They took everything that they had saved. They took all, just everything, and they just took that leap, and it paid off.
Where did the name Los Chorros come from?
Los Chorros is a place in El Salvador. It's a tourist place. I think it was created for a Miss Universe pageant in the 70s. There were some natural waterfalls that created these natural pools. So they created this area where you could go swimming. There was local plants, animals, things that, so you almost feel like you're in the jungle. And it was a tourist place. If somebody was in another country, they're from the US, they see a Yosemite, they see a Grand Canyon grill, right, or all these names that really resonate, and you say, okay, that's something from back home. Right. So when my parents opened this restaurant, they wanted to continue with that, to be like, you know what, this is a name that people from El Salvador are going to say, hey, I know that place, and that's a place in El Salvador. So that's really where they chose that name. And actually, one of the biggest paintings that we have, which is in the back here, was painted by one of our customers, one of our first customers here.
Really?
And she said, hey, I want to make a painting for you guys of Los Chorros. We were expecting some small painting, and she shows up with this, probably 4x4 or 5x5 painting of Los Chorros. So we were definitely, definitely. And we were really appreciative, and it's become iconic, I guess, for us. Yeah. People come here and they see the painting, and right, that's Los Chorros.
What is it that you feel that keeps people coming back?
I think the biggest thing is that sense of kind of feeling at home. You see the same people. Our managers have been with us, I think, 24 years. Cooks have been with us 20 years. Usually we're here. My mom's here. My dad's here when they're in town. I'm here, and I try to talk to my customers, and we try to get to know you, not just, what do you know, but, I worked as a waiter here. I've worked as a dishwasher. I've worked everything here. I've cooked, dishwasher, bus tables. But as a waiter, you learn to, know your customer. I had customers that came in every Wednesday. And first thing they wanted was a cup of coffee. So when they come in, it's like they didn't even have to ask. I saw them come in, I sat them down, and I bought them their coffee. I knew what they wanted, and they're like, somebody says, I don't want any onions. So all of a sudden, the next time they come around, you're like, okay, you want the fajita with no onions. And it's personalized. That family vibe, that family atmosphere, that home cooking that we have here is, I think, something that really draws people here. I love seeing somebody that used to come with that still comes with their grandpa. The grandpa used to bring their mother here, and now they're coming here with their friends. So we're starting to see third generation coming in. It's definitely, it's family. You can bring your family here, your kids can run around. Right. We're not going to shush them, we're not going to tell them to stop. It's that's what we want. We want you to feel like at home.
What are some of the favorite dishes here at Los Chorros?
The pupusas, definitely. That's the most typical Salvadoran thing. And the pupusas are just something that, we sell 10,000 pupusas a month here. It's because they're very, very popular. They're very popular. They're very good. And a lot of my customers tell me they're I won't eat pupusas anywhere other than your restaurant. Most people, when they think El Salvador, they think pupusas, they think tamales. They don't really gravitate towards seafood. But seafood is one of our biggest sellers here. We have a seafood company that delivers 7 days a week. Even on Sunday, if all of a sudden we run out of lobsters on Saturday, or we're running short, we just call them up Saturday night on Sunday morning, you know, we'll have 50 lobsters sitting there, fresh lobsters waiting for us. So it's something that, like, you know, we definitely do a lot of seafood.
Great. So let me ask you this, because there's been a lot of construction going in Wheaton, a lot of redevelopment. What are your thoughts on the redevelopment of Wheaton, and how has that affected Los Chorros?
The concern for us is that eventually when the redevelopment occurs, well, it's already on its way.
Sure.
But eventually we're going to have to renegotiate our leases, you know, and when that happens, rents could go up. And when rents go up, we're not going to be able to afford it, you know, and me, you know, all these small businesses, you know, so that's the biggest concern.
What does the future hold for Los Chorros here in Wheaton?
In Wheaton, I mean, obviously, the biggest thing
or anywhere else, for
yeah,
that matter, you know what I mean?
You know, we're doing more events here. We're trying to do some tastings, you know, maybe for like tequila tastings. We're toying right now with doing music, because Wheaton's an arts district, you know, and we want to support local artists. You know, I'm very involved with the community, and I think, you know, we support the Wheaton Arts Parade, which is in September. So with the Wheaton Arts Parade, we're a sponsor with them. You know, we sell food there, and it's just something, just outreach, just being there for the community. But I think the arts community, I think that's one way that we can support. You know, it's just like having some like acoustic sets and having, you know, local artists come in and play. Awesome. You know, if you walk around, there's definitely a lot of art on the wall. Like we commissioned Abraham, I don't remember, I just know he goes by Abraham. Okay. And he's a painter from Peru. Okay. And he did all of our paintings, almost all of our paintings here. We commissioned him, and he was just here. You know, he's an older gentleman. He was here. He was here probably 2-3 weeks ago, touching up some of the murals, and the mural outside is done by him, and then on our bathroom doors, there's these little murals that he did. So he was just here, you know, doing some touch-ups and, you know, and visiting us, and he's a customer, you know, and it's something that, you know, so for Wheaton, we plan to stay here. You know, you know, I took over years ago. You know, it's still a family-run business, and when my folks are in town, I ask them to help, you know, lend me a hand. I got 3 little girls at home, so it's, you know, they give me a little bit more time to go home with my daughters and dedicate some time to them. But you know, eventually I think we may end up expanding, you know, and that's what I'm kind of working on right now, and whether it'll be a Los Chorros or a different concept, but the food will be, you know, very similar, similar taste.
Awesome. Mm-hmm. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you
for having us over.
I appreciate it.
And we wish you luck, and obviously we're going to keep coming back and enjoying the pupusas, and
we'll be
hopefully enjoy a margarita.
Definitely. Thank you.
Yep.